Show.
And look, I got Nick Costos to sing in the opening 10 seconds
Don't
of
look
Daily
at
Fantasy
Don't
Live.
look at me like that, Heath. It's going to be a good show. Come on.
Wow. You're in the middle of the Plaid brothers here, by the way. How do you feel? Lucky.
Well, because before the show, Heath was issuing fashion advice like it was going out of style. So I'm very curious, Heath, with the Cardinal Red today, as to what you think of both Ryan and myself, both very fashionable gentlemen, rocking the plaid shirts on camera today. I think they're pretty snazzy.
I'll tell you what I think. We had Thanksgiving dinner today at the office, and it was delicious, and I'm stuffed. A lot of times, once
I may have needed a nap.
you have Thanksgiving leftovers,
Yeah.
and you can cut those up into cold cuts and take them with you on a picnic. And that's kind of what your shirts remind me of.
See, now, Heath said before the show that the best stories aren't necessarily the longest ones, and it took you a long time to get to the punchline of that one, my friend.
We're going to go on a picnic at Central Park. You're more than welcome to join.
I will not be there.
All right, welcome, guys. Daily Fantasy Live here on CBS Sports. And let's get to some bold predictions, shall we, for Week 11 of the National Football League, as my colleague over there, Nick Costos, likes to call it. I will start with you, Nick. Give me one bold prediction for this weekend.
You know, I'm looking forward to this game on Sunday between the Denver Broncos and the Chicago Bears. Brock Osweiler's first game under center, replacing Peyton Manning. And I think people pretty high on Chicago right now. Jay Cutler, 3 touchdown passes last week. My bold prediction, number 1, the Broncos defense, still the best defense in football, will outscore Jay Cutler on Sunday. I'm looking for multiple defensive touchdowns from Denver's defense. Did you know that Jay Cutler has not turned the ball over 2 or more times in one game this year? That number will change to 1 after this Sunday. 2 defensive touchdowns for the Broncos defense. I like Denver to win big on the strength of that majorly awesome defense. Von Miller and company.
You do also know that Jay Cutler has had 20 or more FanDuel points in 6 consecutive games, right?
That streak, as all good things in life do, will come to an end this Sunday against Denver.
Doesn't feel that bold to me.
I thought it was pretty
I feel
bold.
like the Broncos are averaging 13.2 FanDuel points per game. Jay Cutler's averaging 17, so it's 4 less.
It's a bold prediction.
So if the Broncos outperform by 3 points and Jay Cutler's 3 points below his number, it happens.
Right.
If I were typing it out, I would have hit Control B for bold, and then I would have typed.
Time for you to control B him and outbold him.
I've got another defense. I'm going to say the Houston Texans, who have been the laughingstock of the NFL defensively, will be the #1 scoring defense against Fitzmagic, everybody's sweetheart, in Week 11. J.J. Watt's got his groove back. The secondary's playing a little bit better. This team is actually tied for first place. They're extra motivated at home, going up against Ryan Fitzpatrick, who throws lots of interceptions. The Texans will be the team scoring multiple defensive touchdowns.
Hey, look, if they quieted Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals, they certainly could do the same against Ryan Fitzmagic and the New York Football Jets. I know you hated that statement.
Well, it's just an incorrect statement. You could say more incorrect things.
Your theme here for bold prediction seems to be quarterbacks, by the way.
Yes, my second bold prediction, we'll stick in the AFC West for this one. I think Alex Smith's going to outscore Phillip Rivers in the game between the Chiefs and the Chargers on Sunday. And I know that Phillip Rivers, before the bye, throwing the ball 50 times a game, putting up tons of fantasy points. Problem is, they're 1 wide receiver injury away from the 3 of us having to catch passes from number 17 for San Diego, and that would not be good for anybody. Alex Smith and this Chiefs offense in a bit of a groove. They've won 3 consecutive games. Alex Smith rushing the football, passing the football, Sharkandrick West, Travis Kelce, and this Chiefs defense, resurgent, Mr. Bass. I think Alex Smith outscores Phillip Rivers. Control B. Well, I might even Control I and italicize that bad boy.
That one is bold, because Phillip Rivers has had 1 game in his last 6 under 21 FanDuel points. Andy Dalton has topped 21 FanDuel points just once. So that's very, very bold. Now, here's where I think maybe you're getting away from what makes Nick Costos the Costos, Mr. Monday Night. You go away from America.
Yes.
They all go one direction, you're running in the other direction.
Sprinting.
Yes.
I love to fade
You're
America.
not doing that right here, because America just saw the Chiefs defense basically end Peyton Manning's career as a good NFL quarterback. And
I think they could argue he was probably over before that. But
everybody else thinks, ooh, that Chiefs defense might actually be good. No, they're not. Peyton Manning is just awful. The Chiefs are still
they're resurgent.
Worst team in the NFL against wide receivers.
So your bold prediction. Go to your next bold prediction here.
Steve Johnson is going to hit 4 times value in this game. $5,600. That means he needs about 22 FanDuel points. I think he might get 25. The Chiefs can't cover anyone. Marcus Peters is a Pro Bowl corner when he's facing Peyton Manning. The rest of the time, he's just kind of good, and he's the best they've got.
We'll have more on that Chiefs defense, by the way, in a little Tell Me I'm Wrong coming up later in the show. Let's one-up Mr. Heath Cummings here with your bold prediction on a couple of better wide receivers.
You know what really, Ryan, what really hurts my feelings? You know, I get up here every week and I talk about AC/DC, right? Amari Cooper and Derek Carr. What I didn't realize is that Michael Crabtree, who might be my favorite of the three, his last name also ends in C. So now it's AC/DC/MC. And I'm going to say that AC and MC, Cooper and Crabtree, will both finish in the top 10 this week for wide receiver scoring. I think it's going to be a shootout in Motown with the Lions and the Raiders. Love me some Derek Carr. Give me all the Amari Cooper, all the Michael Crabtree, AC/MC in the top 10. How about that?
AC. I thought you were going to go MC Hammer.
I can't do that.
Okay,
This may not be music to your ears, the next one.
AC/DC, that was good. AC/DC was fine.
Wow, that was pretty. I didn't even catch it. Nice.
Just a little bit overrated. I mean, they're not Motown. Let's get real.
Oh, no.
Okay?
See,
Matthew Stafford
I'm more of a rock fan.
and Calvin Johnson will outscore AC/DC and AC/MC and DC/MC.
I
Whoever
feel like
you
you
want to
just
talk
did a
about.
mathematical equation.
Stafford.
Equals MC squared.
Calvin Johnson's still one of the most elite wide receivers of all time.
No argument.
Stafford still has the ability to be better than Derek Carr.
No argument.
The Raiders pass